Hi guys, hope y'all are well. I wanted to talk today about the Not So Resilient Jenkins, and this is a really specific thing that happened recently. As most of us know, they put their children's belongings, for the most part, in a storage unit, and the stuff was just slung in the storage unit, not organized, not put in airtight containers, not, taken care of, nothing. And it's been sitting in that storage unit while they're staying at the shelter. And it was just recently confirmed that the storage unit got auctioned off because they were not paying the bill for it. Steph is over here continuing on with business as usual. Oh, we're over here picking blackberries and talking about the weather changing when all it is the sun setting and the sun rising again. Real, top tier content. With this storage unit, them not paying for it, I automatically go back to, why are we not paying bills? A storage unit is not that much. You're making money on social media. You're not paying your car note. You're not paying storage. You don't have a rent payment. You don't have utility payments. You're not paying for groceries because you get state assistance. You're on state-funded healthcare, so you don't pay for insurance. And it just sends me back to my same question. Where is the money going? Where is the money going? You're not paying any of your bills. I'm shocked that Drew's Jetta has not been repossessed yet. Where is the money going? And this is why people think that shrugs are being used by these two. You're making money on social media. You have subscribers. So even if your videos are not doing well, you're getting a monthly check because you have subscribers that are paying for content that, in my opinion, isn't worth two shits. So, God, where is the money going? And this constant nonsense narrative of, oh, spend the morning with us as two people that are trying to better their children's lives. Do you think that allowing all of their stuff to be auctioned off is doing anything good for them? Those kids probably had some of their favorite toys, some of their favorite clothes in that storage unit. And you know what else was in that storage unit? Were all of the things that last October everyone donated when they initially went viral. They bought the kids beds, clothes, shoes, toys, stuff, other stuff to play with. All of that gone. She also then, in the video that I'll include, had the nerve to talk about how they can't do anything as a family because, obviously they don't have a car that everyone can fit in, and Drew's taking the car and doing gig work or whatever. You as the adult say how frustrating it can be to be stuck in this one room with all of the kids. How do you think the kids feel? And you as a parent should be resourceful. And if you can't come up with the money to rent a car, and it's this whole thing, oh, I don't have an extra $200 even though I'm making money on social media, why don't you use public transportation and take these children to go do something that's not sitting in this stinking rotten room? Go take them to a museum. Go take them on the public transit and go to a splash pad. Go to a park that maybe they haven't been to before. There are so many free things for kids to do in the summer especially. And you want to say that you can't afford this, you can't afford that, you can't fit in the car, you can't, it's always an excuse. It's never delivering. It's never, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to give my kids a better summer than, I'm going to give them what they deserve.
In case any of you all are curious about that shirt that I'm always rocking inside out, it's this one at the beginning of the video. I had actually recorded this morning routine the day after we spent the night at the other motel, but it was a busy day, everyone was tired and exhausted and just needed a little extra mom attention, so I didn't even get to editing by the end of the day. So there's this big old blackberry bush outside where we're staying right now. So the plant kind of grew upward and they're kind of high for us to reach any of the good ones that are ready to be picked, but we still got as many as we could because we wanted to try to put together like a breakfast that had some kind of blackberries. We used the blackberries in some way. Man, I swear every video I have less and less eyebrows. I don't know what is up with that, but I think it's maybe just the stress of living in this motel with all these kids and it's hot and we're stuck in here 90% of the time, like And I know what you're thinking. If it's so hot, then why you also bundled up? The first thing in the morning and then like later at night, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, there's this weird temperature dip and then it takes like forever for it to suddenly start heating up and then all of a sudden it's just freaking hot. And I'm sure other Oregonians can confirm this because it's just been a weird summer. You think, when is the sun gonna come out? And then all of a sudden it comes out and it's blazing hot like 10 minutes later. But let's get back to picking these blackberries. There's nothing better than some fresh picked berries in my opinion. Or honestly just fresh fruit in general. I swear there's nothing better. And me and my kiddos, including my youngest, have been snacking on fruit a lot this summer. So when I said me and these babies are inside like 90% of the time, what I mean is just like Drew did pick up a job like we were saying, and he also does the gig work, and as you know, we only have the one vehicle. And it's not even just that. These days, functions to take your kiddos to cost a lot of money. If we want to do anything as a family, we're going to have to rent a car. I've done the math on pretty much anything we want to do is going to cost us anywhere from $200 to $300. And honestly, that's why we haven't done the urban air trip. We've been trying to put aside as much as we can for housing opportunities. And we've also come to the conclusion that there's other events and things that only pop up once a year, whereas urban air is there all the time. And I feel my kids are old enough, so I keep them pretty informed on like what the events are that are coming up throughout the year locally, or even if we want to take a little trip, and they know, they make a decision with me. So we ended up making like a blackberry syrup for our pancakes with those blackberries we picked. And then, like I said, this was the day after we went to that motel, so this was also Drew's first day back at a W2. This particular morning we were all up at like 5:30, 6 in the morning. So after Drew had left for work, we went back out and picked a few more blackberries, ran some energy off outside, and we all ended up taking an afternoon nap. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
By now, most people have heard that Stephanie and Drew have in fact let their storage unit go. It went to auction and was sold off. All of the items in that storage unit were their children's items. If you go back on old videos, you will see Stephanie talking about how they're just bringing their favorite things and everything else is going to that storage unit. You will also see that the mattresses that were purchased last October, November, when this family went viral and everybody teamed together and bought everything off that Amazon list, was also in that storage unit. So everything that people contributed to for this family, gone. The worst part about all of this is that she's still saying, mourning with family of 7, living in motel, 2 parents working to better themselves and their children's lives. My question would be, I was getting rid of everything that they've ever known in that small shoebox of a first apartment that was then stuffed into a storage unit, and then they were put into this motel that they have to switch every 30 days. How is that bettering the lives of your children? Guys, remember that video where he was just tossing shit back there? It didn't matter to them. It didn't matter to them then, and it didn't matter to them now, because I have a sneaky suspicion they probably never paid a single month. They didn't pay. That is just plain and simple. They didn't pay. The question remains, and this is literally what everybody feels. Where is the money going? Whether or not Stephanie makes hundreds of thousands of dollars through all her social media platforms, which she does in fact post on more than just TikTok, she is making money, and she has confirmed she is making money. We know she is making money. We know she doesn't pay for their rent. We know that they are on some type of government assistant food. She has said that herself. So where is the money going? Do they have a car payment? Maybe. Do they have car insurance? I wouldn't put it past them not having car insurance. Point being, they are not paying for anything. So where is the money going? That is the most frustrating part. You can't sit here and say you're trying to better yourself, but more than that, you're trying to better your children's lives. Yet, you didn't give a shit about them losing everything they've ever known in that storage unit. They aren't saving money by just letting things go and losing their belongings. Because in the long run, even if they're putting money aside to potentially get out of this motel, which we all know they are not, she's going to have to replenish that somehow. So who's going to do it? I don't know. Maybe it will be the people who have now donated $248 to the Jenkins family, knowing how terrible this situation is. So let me know what you guys think about them losing the storage unit. Do you think Stephanie is saving? Do you think there's some hidden secret that creators have said where, oh my gosh, I think she's saving to buy a house? Or do you think all this money is just going down the drain?
I seriously can't wait to just present myself in an environment I feel like myself, because I really feel like more of my personality will just come out through that be the case. I think it's a little bit silly to base opinions of people on what other people have to say about them when those people are just awkward, quiet people that really don't even have like the same ability to get up on the apps and just keep like spewing the same amount of stuff, period, because we're just too awkward people that like to keep to ourselves. But I had this realization today. I had this realization a while ago. It's just, I'm gonna say it. It don't really matter. I mean, every now and again the stuff mentally affects me, I'm not even gonna lie, but when it comes down to it, it doesn't actually have an effect on my life, because truth will come out. These things that you want to believe about me and Drew, that's just not accurate about us. It's the things that you guys say about him as a man is nowhere near the man that I know today. I mean, it's his birthday today, and he don't want us to do anything, and that's how he's been since I got with him. Every time it was his birthday, he was like, I'd rather do nothing about it. Just, I want to focus on taking care of our kids, and how can I do something for you? I mean, almost always on his birthday, he's like, what do you want for dinner? What can we do for you? Like, babe, can I just do something for you? But no, he's not like that. It kind of hurts me that people want to believe this whole he cheated thing, when I know, like I said, half the time he was right there with me for these supposed communication, and that's just not even how he talks, yo. It's just not it's not him. Like I said, all we can do is just continue to just keep being ourselves. So if you keep track of the days, it's been 28 days. We're back at the other motel. I've been just hesitant to be posting my content because I'm not even gonna lie, I was just a little bit shook to open my iCloud again and see everything gone. Like, it's not just content that I take pictures and videos of. I also, you know, I'm a mom. I want to hold on to things that are memories for me, and seeing every bit of that gone every time I open that shit is just, or not every time, but when I open that, it's like, it's defeating, and it's like, you know, I get that. That's what these people want, is for me to feel defeated and to just give up. And I'm not going to get to that point. I'm not. I put way too much into this. And like I said, I know my person. I know all the goals and things I want to do. The kind of person I wanted to present myself on social media. Like, I'm the type of mom that wants to bake bread and sew my kids' clothes. And I like to keep a neat home. And I want to sew your favorite dress or find a way to remake it because you're growing, it's too big for you, or you're too big for it, but you still love the dress. Like, I'm that type of mom, and people just are like, she's just this abuser, you know, Methany. What, I don't know, it's just crazy. But that's not me, and it doesn't have to reflect me. So we'll all continue to just keep showing more of our personality. I think that is where we fault as content creators, both Drew and myself, is that we're both so awkward and quiet that just being more of those outspoken, let's do live every day, let's just get to know us more, it's awkward for us. And we're trying, we really are, because we love the fact that we're building a community of awesome people, individuals who have understanding, because let's be honest, the people that support us are some real awesome freaking people to be supporting us despite everything that goes around about us. And they're like, you know, no, we see right through that bullcrap. And when you see right through that bullcrap, you're a genuine soul. We've met people while we're living in this motel situation, and they've been awesome people. I'm not even gonna lie, but some of the nicest people I've come across. Other homeless families, whatever it may be, because people get in situations and that doesn't define who they are. Yeah, I'm really trying to get back to just doing content, and hopefully my stuff will be, my videos and photos will be returned to me at some point. We'll figure out who did that, because that didn't just somebody did that, and it can be traced back. And if they want to be like, maybe they went through the steps of making it not traceable, but somebody did that, you feel me? That's just not cool.
So I don't know, it just really pisses me off. It pisses me off that, like, you didn't even pay the storage unit to make sure that these kids could, you know, still have their possessions. Y'all just don't pay anything. You're not putting money towards anything that matters. So stop trying to convince people that you're trying to do better, you've got plans, you're trying to get housing, you're trying to save money. You're not doing anything. And we are at the point where, to be really blunt, I don't believe you. I haven't believed you in ages. And I think that both of y'all are using shrugs. Quite heavily, to be honest. And that is so sad for these kids. It is so, so, so tragic that these two idiots have put themselves above their children. So if and when they do get out of the shelter and Steph wants to come and do a new GoFundMe and grift and sad fish on TikTok saying that her kids don't have anything, just remember that in October, when the Amazon wish list was bought out with stuff that her kids wanted or needed, she allowed that to go to hell in a handbasket. So if you're going to buy something for her kids, it means nothing. And that's the sad reality. It frustrates me, and there's just no end in sight. And I think that it's so tragic for these children who are stuck in this situation because nobody's coming to save them. It is awful what's going on with this, with all of these kids. You know, you've got the one child in the middle of a custody dispute. Steph and Drew doing everything in their power to make sure that the mother is not in the child's life, and then you have them over here trying to make blackberry syrup and complain about not being able to fit all your kids in the car. Stop having so many kids if you don't have a car that can take them places. And if you don't have that, then get off your ass and go get on the bus and take these kids and do something for the love of God. But either way, I'm frustrated. It's so just, you feel so powerless, and it continues to get worse. But those are my thoughts for now. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.